Good morning, students. Today I shall be discussing Sarojini Naidu's Song of Radha the Milkmaid. Now, see, students, this particular poem is written by Indo Anglian poet Sarojini Naidu, and this particular poem, the poetess received the title as Nightingale of India, and it was being given to her by Rabindranath Tagore. And she was Sarojini Naidu was not only a poetess, she was an activist. She was even the first governor of Uttar Pradesh, and she was an active politician. She was a multifaceted genius. Now, most of the poems which are written by Sarojini Naidu, they reflect our Indian culture, and she has written many devotional poems on Krishna Bhakti. So, as the title itself says, Song of Radha the Milkmaid. So Radha was the devotee of Lord Krishna, and one of the most what you say celebrated devotee and of Lord Krishna. And in this particular poem you'll find the first person of Radha who is involved in worldly affairs, but she is hardly interested in worldly affairs, and she involuntarily, she is more, she is a devotee, she is more devoted towards Lord Krishna. And as our Bhagavad Gita, it tells us that God resides in us. So this particular poem also reflects the same faith of Radha, because she is going to Mathura, the birthplace of Lord Krishna, to sell the curd, as a worldly tradeswoman. But what does she do? Is she able to sell her curd, or has she involved or involuntarily involved herself in something else? So, is she really bothered about those affairs? So, this particular poem reflects her devotion, her what you say spiritual attainment. So, that is what is reflected. So, and let's begin with Radha's love for Lord Krishna, and where her job is to sell curd by taking that curd to Mathura fair. So, but she, all her, what you say, companions, they are lost. They are more bothered about in the economical sense. They want to earn money, but she is hardly, involved in that, and she is least bothered whether anybody is going to buy her curd or not. So she involuntarily cries the name of Lord Krishna, and simultaneously you will find many natural images as the because Sarojini Naidu was very much influenced by the nature poets. So you find a reference to Keats. Okay, now so she says river is flowing softly, but she is again lost in the love of her Lord Krishna. So everybody else is more bothered about clothes and their what you say attire, and their getting involved in Shravan affair and all that, but she is least bothered about that. So when they, because her main aim is not to reach the Mathura fair, but her main aim is to reach the Lord's place, where she will get lost in his bhakti. So I will just now read out the poem for you. I carried my curds to the Mathura, how softly the heifers were lowing. Now see the second line. uh, when the poem begins, so she is bit involved in worldly affairs, because she can hear the fevers were lowing, and she knows what is my job. Okay, she wants to sell her curd to Mathura, but she wanted to cry. She says, I wanted to cry, who will buy the curds that is white as the clouds in the sky. So again you see here the beautiful natural image as the Mathura, the curd, it is being what you say compared to the white clouds. So beautiful natural imagery, simile is there, figure of speech. So, when the breeze of Shravan are blowing, so she knows that is a month of what you say, August to September, when the heavy shower is going to take place. But there is a question mark, there's a question mark because she herself knows that she, instead of getting involved in these worldly affairs, she is, what you say, unconsciously, she's withdrawn, that is what is the meaning here. But my heart was so full of your beauty, beloved. So this particular poem is also about the theme of Radha's love for Krishna. But my heart was so full of your beauty, beloved. So whose beauty? Lord Krishna's beauty. So that is reflected that God resides in our heart. They laughed. She knows everybody is jeering. They are having, they are making fun of her. They laughed sarcastically as I cried without knowing, Govinda, 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 Govinda. So here she is not saying, take my curd, I want to sell my curd, but she is saying Govinda, Govinda involuntarily because, there is a flood of emotions in her. Okay, how softly the river was flowing. So here, the river which flows also, the perennial river of what you say, bhakti, which flows in what you say, Radha's heart. So it has got what you say, very in-depth meaning. Okay, literal meaning may be different, but you can derive, profound meaning here. I carried the pots to the Mathura tide. How gaily the rowers were rowing. Again, she knows that the rowers are rowing and we are going to Mathura to sell curd. My comrades, my what you say, companions called, hey, let us dance, let us sing, and wear saffron garments to welcome the spring. We all have to welcome, the spring season, what you say, the spring showers, and we have to wear the saffron garments. But is she interested in that? No, she is not interested in that. And pluck the new birds that are blowing. But my heart was so full of your music, beloved. They mocked. Again, see, they laughed, they mocked. Okay, she knows that these worldly people, they will make fun of me when I cried without knowing, Govinda, 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 Govinda. She knows that the whole world is making fun of me. But, she wants to get involved in worldly affairs. But, she cannot do it, inherently. She is more involved in her spiritual world. That is what. So, there it gives her what you say, vitality, not these worldly affairs. So, again, there is a reference to worldly affairs, how gaily the river was flowing. So, that river is the river of love which flows in her heart. I carried my gifts to the Mathura shrine. Okay. Now Mathura, the birthplace of Krishna. So they are now going. She had the purpose to sell the curd, but now she wants to carry her devotion to Lord. How brightly the torches were glowing. Okay, so in the temple, the whole temple is being lighted. I folded my hands at the altars to pray. O shining ones, guard us by night and by day. She's praying to Lord. Okay, she's not scared of anything. She's not bothered whether people are mocking at her. So she knows that if God is with me, nobody else can deter me from my faith. And loudly the conch shells were blowing, and my heart was so lost in your worship, beloved. They were worth when I cried without knowing. Now, see, this word worth is here very worthy. Why very worthy? Because she knows everybody is mocking at me, they are making fun of me, they are having a lot of what you say, fun at my expense. But she says, everything is worthy, O Lord, nothing is worthless when I am crying your name, because your name is going to deliver me of all the sins of this world. So, Govinda, 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 how bright the river was flowing. Now, you see here the brightness of the river, the river which has carried her to Mathura. So that also lets the brightness, of devotion in her heart, and that will remain perennial forever. So this complete poem, I've given you the question for the assignment, that is Radha the lady of devotee, lady of worldly affairs, or she is the devotee of Lord Krishna. So discuss with reference to the poem Song of Radha the milkmaid. Okay, so now I put an end to this explanation, students. Tomorrow I shall be discussing another poem. Thank you for your patience.